Good day, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. For those of you that do not know who I am, or you forgot who I am, my name is Shawn. We'll be taking care of introductions in a moment. General Kenobi, hello there. Great to see you. Who's this guy? Who is this guy? I don't know. That's pretty funny, General. Yeah, I'm kind of a little bit out of sorts today, so we're going to see how this goes. We're going to be working on some travel photography, and I was hoping to be working on my laptop, but we'll get into some issues I had in a moment. So, Stuart, hello. Let's go ahead and some introductions, I think. Get to the right screen here. Hello everybody, my name is Shawn. I'm a photographer. I am based in Germany. Thumbnail editor. Hey. If you're watching this on Behance, you can click on my icon that's up that way, and it'll take you to my Behance page, which is this. This is new. This add section. Okay. That's new to me. Let me check something out really quick. Behance has been changing a lot of stuff. Okay, that's all good. If you're watching this on Twitch, YouTube, or Facebook, you are going to see a Linktree link within the description. You can click on that, and it'll look like this. And you can find me every place I am on the interwebs. And if you want to share your work with me, 20 bucks for a thumbnail? Okay, that's hilarious. First off, no. First off, thumbnail editor, you do not ever come into anybody's stream anywhere and start plugging stuff. No kidding, bro. Yeah, you are kidding. Wait. Oh, do I still have that up? Where is it? Using all the right words for the ambassador. No, well, at least he didn't come in and say, look at my work. He's just trying to sell it. Okay, so anybody here, first off, Adobe Express is free. So if anybody is trying to sell you any type of thumbnails whatsoever, let's say you want a YouTube thumbnail. So let's put in a YouTube thumbnail. This is 100% free. Anybody can use this. You don't have to pay anybody for anything. You've got a ton of templates, and you have access to everything that you need to do it for free, not $20. We have 519 templates that you can go through and figure out your own. Oh my gosh, thumbnail. You are so close to getting shadow banned. Oh, wow. Oh. Seriously, dude, okay. I'm not even gonna show your work because it's not good. You're not following anybody, you're not doing anything, your work isn't any good, and I'm not even gonna show it. DM me if interested. Okay, bye-bye. Where are my mods? A thumbnail for a chicken sandwich? Okay, I gotta get rid of that. I'm just gonna keep laughing. So yes, if anybody is trying to actually, Mel, hello, I'm sorry I didn't say hello to you. Okay, no, Stuart is absolutely right. Here on Behance, We're all artists. This is what we do. And so everybody knows, I did shadow ban him. So he or she is probably still lurking and probably typing. Only $20. And we can't see it anymore. So, but they get to hear us. Oh my goodness. That's just too funny. Okay. Sandrine, hello. Alakaya? Hello? It's a cool name. I hope I pronounced it correctly. I hope I did. I probably didn't. But welcome in. It's great to see new people in chat, mostly. Okay, if you want to share your work, and you join my Discord. Oh my God, don't join my Discord and put thumbnails. I have to show this now. I have to show this. Oh, Sandrine. Oh my gosh, where are my lives? I'm laughing too hard. You want to buy some death sticks? Let's see. You too can make your own thumbnail. And all you have to do is make a face that looks like this. Okay, sorry. This is not what I expected after being gone for a couple weeks. That's why you need a thumbnail editor. An editor or a creator, General? I'll be the hovering thumbnail director. Make it pop. I like it. I don't love it. Oh, Nicholas, hello. Welcome in. A manicurist. I'd like a mani-pedi, please, for $20. Loving the mood we're in today. Mel, I did not expect to get fired up this quick. I did not. Now, speaking of plugging, since this is my stream, if you're on Behance, you can check out my past work. Where are you from? I'm living in Germany. I'm from many places. But welcome in. Thank you for the question. If you like what I do, feel free to subscribe. It is under $20. You can buy me a cup of joe for under $20. And if you subscribe, you can get Glenn, an Adobe Illustrator version of Glenn. And I don't know why it's not opening now. There we go. This is my stream, and I cry if I want to, cry if I want to. And Sandrine, if you were me, you would cry too. You can get the Illustrator file of Glenn if you are a subscriber, so remember to download that. And speaking of Glenn, let's get back to my homepage. I'm not going to show the whole thing, but for those of you that are new here,
take over his hustle.
Right.
So we've got Glenn. This is the well, get back here.
There's a
the Godfeather
supply of eggs.
And then of course
I'm a people person.
we've got Mo.
Very delicate.
So make sure to check those out. Oh, I'm laughing way too hard right now. Did not expect this. Okay. Sandrine says, I am launching a thick attack of earworms today. Noted. I I'm losing my track where I'm at. So yeah, I plugged myself. There you go. Let's jump over into the Discord. We've got some work to look at. From the community, I do not believe we have looked at Penny's. So we need to check out Penny's. We did look at Michelle's. So here we go. We've got an Instagram post. Have not posted made art in a while, and finally did a fun doodle. Hope it brightens everyone's day. And I don't know why it's not loading, but hopefully it will. I did see this dandelion, and I have to admit, it's very witty. It's fun. I didn't like it yet. Let me make sure I like it. Love it. Always give it some love. Oh. I'm assuming this is fresco. Very cool. Wow. And speaking of fresco, for those of you that do use fresco, these summer brushes from Kyle T are available, so make sure to check those out. And I don't know if Kyle is going to be continuing to make brushes. He did make an announcement. So if you are following Kyle T, you probably already know what I'm talking about. If not, make sure to find Kyle T Webster and follow them, and you can figure out what's going on. So hopefully Kyle will continue making brushes because they are wonderful. Right. Penny, thank you so much for sharing that. Apparently, yes, he will probably make them as a contract thing. Like he used to. I'm hoping. All right, so we've got Vikram. Did some stitching from DSLR camera, and here it goes. Tried using a Huggin app and for Davil VR player in Windows. Michelle, hello. I asked to someone who knew. Okay. I do not have my VR player anymore. I used to have a VR player because I did a lot of 360 photography back in the day, probably 7-8 years ago. But I do not have the player anymore. David, hello. David, I gave you a huge plug on another gentleman's stream who happened to be talking about X-Men 97. And so I'm like, ooh, I got something for you to look at. And the chat and also the streamer, just absolute praise. What's VR photography might get me excited about my Quest 3 again. Ooh, David, you are so welcome. Thank you for sharing it with it. Virtual reality, Mel. Back in the day, oh, you're gonna make me do this. I do not have... Okay, hold on, don't go anywhere. Back in the film days. Right. Okay, so I don't have my tripod head handy right now, but it attaches to my tripod. You set it down, and the nodal, N-O-D-E-L, is where the light enters the very front of your camera lens. Okay, I don't have a camera lens on this, the lens. So what this sets up is it does a full 360 degree panning up, down and all around. And it has an arm which stretches out where whatever lens you've got. So the nodal is perfectly center with your tripod. So I would take photos going around this way, doing the whole 360, then up, up, down, down. Then I would use a program called PT GUI. That's PT GUI. To stitch them all together into a full 360-degree virtual reality photo. And then use Photoshop and whatnot. And GUI as in GUI. I don't even know if it's still around. It is. PT GUI. It is, when I used it, and here's a example. It's okay. So you can see you've got full motion all the way around, all the way to the sky. And when I used it, it was a very intricate, intensive program. I don't know if it's gotten easier. Now you can do it in Photoshop. And depending upon the size of your work that you want to do, like it says here, you can actually do like gigapixels where you can zoom in on things. And this is the difference of using your camera, using your phone, and, you know, doing this panoramic stuff, is you can't really zoom in. And so depending upon how many pixels and everything else that you've got going, how much you can zoom in is the quality that you want to get. So you can kind of see pretty good. So that's what I used to do. And I did real estate photography that way. But for me to do one photo, it would take me an hour to knock out one photo. So I don't know. Now it's saying 25 seconds. Now it's fast, powerful, and automatic, General says. Yeah. I mean, you used to, it's crazy because when you're photographing, and you know what? Why am I... Okay. Let's talk about panoramics. So this is a panoramic that I photographed in Tuscany. And so if I wanted to go through, what do we got? 1, 2, 6, 10, 11 photos. So actually, let's just grab the 10. The page says, okay, I can't read and stream. So let's grab these photos. Now, this is going to be a panoramic. It is not going to be a VR image. This is just going to be a panoramic. Let's do a fill edges. We'll leave it at auto. And just go ahead, go for it. So hopefully I don't lose any frames here. I may, because I was hoping to be working on my laptop today. My fans are kicking on. Oh, wait for it. So the other cool thing, Mel, with the virtual reality, let it finish, there it goes. With the virtual reality, it would, oh, come on. There is a, do we want to go full? Nah, let's not. Let's do this differently. We'll do it manually. So this is a panoramic. This is not a 360. Now, the cool thing is with a VR photo and with certain, like, I think Instagram, you can do it now. Whereas if you're looking at it, you can actually move your phone like this up and down and around, and it will pan automatically within the virtual reality of the photo itself. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. It just, for me, I stopped doing it because it became too expensive for clients. There was a tip to do it with Facebook. Yes. Yep. So, okay. Hopefully that answers your questions. Oh my gosh, General, I just got that. You need to change the model of your camera to an Olympus Titus. Okay. Learning something new every day with Kozel. Thank you, Mel. Thanks, General. Fast, automatic, and powerful. Oh, you got me good there, General. So, what I used to have to do is you do a preview, and what you would do is actually come into where the images overlap, and this is the old way of doing it in PT GUI. You would find, let's say, the corner, you know, of this building here. And so in one photo, you would place a numbered dot here, and then on the secondary, the photo that overlaps is you would put the corresponding, the pair dot on the same location. So you would want to find things like this power pole, and you could spend forever making these dots, trying to get everything 100% lined up. So that way, once you zoom into something, you don't get anything too weird. So, you know, like if the downfall is, if you didn't go through with PT GUI and like line up the windows perfectly, line up everything, you would just have like this jaggedness in certain spots, which of course is not good. Don't want that. But supposedly it's good now. Sandrine says, so you can create a panorama in camera and then go to the properties of the file, change the model to the Olympus, and then save. Facebook would recognize it as a 360. Don't know if it's easier now. Wow. That I didn't know. So, okay. I haven't used PT GUI in a long time. You know, speaking of that, this is looking pretty good. Mel says, interesting. I lost interest in my Quest 3 after playing Asgard's Wrath, and nothing else measures up to it, whether in games or creativity. Gravity's Sketch came close, but too much time to learn. Mel, I wish I knew what you were talking about. I think I got about half of those words there. Yeah. You know, you can see up here, you're starting to get some pretty crazy stuff happening. I don't know what's happening up here. That's kind of weird. We've got some haze down here. Some weird stuff happening down in the concrete. Tangerine says that's two of us. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough to get it. Stuart is hip and with it. Stuart is saying, I got it, Mel. He is hip and with it. Sandrine says, I haven't played a game since 2004. Last game I think I played was like Tiger Woods, which is golf, during lockdown. Okay. Vikram, thank you for sharing that. Asgard's Wrath was the first for me since 2004, probably as well. You know, the interesting thing with games is I get pulled all my Adobe stuff. Let me just put it that way. I don't have time like I used to. All right. But you can't beat me at Lemmings. That narrows the challenge. Okay. I don't know what Lemmings is. Yawn! Hi everyone, I just uploaded my first part of my photos from going to the Dolomites to Behance. There'll be a second and probably a third too. A few notes for the stream, 18 photos, no text between the photos. I hope you like the photos just like my 3D images back in the day. So if you would like to follow along, let me put this into chat. Lemmings is a silly game that dates back to Super Famicom. Okay, still lost. Still lost. Oh, Nintendo. Gotcha. I've heard of that. I have a Wii. It's in storage. What do I have? I actually have a 360. I thought it was something from yesteryear. Possible. Love Dolomites. Love them. Good color grading. David said, I hadn't played Lemmings since I was a kid. And David, for you, that was like 3 years ago. Apparently it's called Super NES here. Oh, that one. Okay, the Nintendo NES. Yep. It's the hair, David. It's the hair. And the scruff. You know, my scruff just comes in white now. I'm old and stuff. This is a wonderful image. I love this one. I haven't looked at these to be honest. This has great balance, beautiful coloring. I love the foreground that we've got with the grass, the depths of field. Just everything about it this is a beautiful photo. If it makes you feel any better, mine is looking increasingly gray. David, I wish mine had a color like gray. It's just white. Okay, we don't need to go there. General says, when 900 years old you reach, game as good as you will not? Again, yes, Michelle, very beautiful work. Wonderful. Great capture, just catching the little bit up here. Great job at not trying to overdo the sky. I have a problem. I have a problem with trying to pull too much of the sky out. Like I can see hints of it and I would try to pull it out and it would eventually make the image look bad. So great restraint. Very nice. Beautiful. I don't know if I'm a fan of the snow screens that we've got going here. Oh. Great reflection. Ooh. Ooh. I like that one. I like that. Very nice. That is beautiful. Now, I don't know if the height that Shawn was at, that these would be clouds rolling in or fog, but either way, I like it. We got something weird happening kind of over here, and you can see chat, but that's okay. I might remove that. Great use of the foreground. That's worthy of Return to Castle Wolfenstein. See, now Sandrine has said, okay, I am not going to be using any more earworms. All I'm going to do is talk about old games. I know what Castle Wolfenstein is. Do the When Eagles Dare. Very nice. Great contrast. I like it. This is super cool. Very cool. So many classic games. Well, David, you know, you have to remember, I think you're one of the young pups here in chat. we can go back and you know, Pong was my first video game. Beep, beep, beep. Then I upgraded to an Atari 1600. Wonderful work. Love them all. Thank you for sharing. Always send love. Make sure to pass around good thoughts. Give thumbs up. All of that good stuff. When you actually like it. So, Shawn, thank you so much for sharing. That is great. All right, let's go big head mode. Oh, okay, wait. Sandrine wrote a book. I used to be a co-pilot at Wolfenstein. I did not play, but I used to read the maps and check quests. I did that with Diablo 2 too. My SO used to play. I lost any interest after a while. That's significant others. Significant, not others, other. I would never do that. Ooh. Yeah, that's. Okay, so for those of you that do not know, and know being a co-pilot, I've been gone for the last couple weeks. My SO and I went and spent our 25th wedding anniversary in Italy, traveling through Chianti region, through Tuscany, and ended up in Cicatera. So we spent a lot of time driving, a lot of time getting lost intentionally, and just seeing absolutely beautiful scenery. Thank you so much, David and Michelle. That was not a plug to get like props, but I'll take them. I'll take them. Ray, hi from YouTube. Great stream today, Ray. I had to pop out after you started playing the video game, but great stream. Always interesting. Anybody here? Ray Cleveland. Actually, let me bring up Ray. It's really strange what's happening on Behance. But give me a moment, please. Yeah, that happens. Are you... Yeah, you're just Ray Cleveland on Behance, I believe. And the funny thing is, after what you said about how to spell Cleveland, I'm actually looking at chat, making sure I see it. I spell it right. No, I want people. Not. Okay, well, let me go in. Why did you not come up? Let me go into here. Hang on. Hang with me, people. Hang with me. I'm searching. Going through who I'm following and who I'm not. And I don't want you to see it, because if I'm not following you, I don't want to be mad. Why aren't you following me, Shawn, you big jerk? Come on. It should be alphabetical, or at least when you add it, it's not. Because I'm not even getting notifications when you're going live. Interesting. Like, I'm following 10 people and I can't find you. I'm joking. I follow more than 10 people. Maybe 11. Are you seriously? Did you get rid of your Behance page? Okay. Wow, I'm getting way down there. Okay, let's try one word. I can't find you, Ray. Like, oh, you're Cleveland Ray. Okay, that's why you're not coming up. Great search engine there. All right, here we go. Cleveland Ray, right there. Great photographer. Doesn't have any projects up yet, but is streaming on Twitch, YouTube, and on Behance, usually early in the morning if you're CET or CEST now. And just really interesting streams. Evie, hello, you're back already. Where did the time go? Yeah, tell me about it, Evie. Hi, Evie, it's great seeing you. Evie's been streaming also, and too late for me. But if anybody wants to check this out, if you can find Ray, because Behance is not showing, like, your streams aren't even here, Ray. Your last stream is June 11th. That's weird. That is weird. Because I really should. You should, Ray. You have amazing photography. You should definitely put up some projects. And I don't know why it's not coming up. Why your streams aren't coming up. A J streamer. I'm out of it for a little while. Everybody gets delusional of grandeur. Okay. Behance is a bit messy, to be honest. Not easy to find stuff. No, it's not. But I put the link in chat, so anybody, if you're looking for more photography and tech talk, lots of interesting stuff. Check that out. Thanks for stopping by, Ray. I know you're probably freaking tired as heck. You had a late night. Okay. We're going back to big head mode. So, as my wife and I, we traveled around quite a bit. We came across a lot of amazing galleries and some amazing work. There's a lot of the artists that I met, I chatted with, got all of their info, and wanted to share it with you here on Behance. Hello from Egypt. Hello. Abdelram. Hopefully. Oh, there you are. Sunrise is soon. There it is. So anybody, let me get back here. If anybody is looking for somebody to follow, there is Cleveland Ray right there. So click on the icon and it'll take you to their Behance page. All right. There's a bunch of amazing artists that I wanted to share with you. And today's stream, I was thinking about doing just a artist spotlight, like just showing artist work today. Unfortunately, while I was going through and bringing up their projects, I cannot share most of the artists, or really all but one, on Behance due to certain specific rules. So I cannot. But I do have one, and let's bring this up. I want to make sure to share this so you all can check this out. Tell you the backstory. Walked into this. Names were backwards. That's Ray. I was confused because of what you had on Twitch and what your name. Yeah, I didn't know what to call you. If your first name was Cleveland or Ray, or I had no idea. So I just, hello there. Okay. Walked into a gallery and saw some of this gentleman's work. Danielle, right there. And I had to kind of step back because I was like, is this photography? This is all pencil work. Let me get to the other side. This was so stunning and moving. The work that this artist was making, and it's all done with pencil. Like, look at this water. Look at the water. Look at the highlights going on here. This is all pencil. It was amazing. Yeah, all pencil. I wish, like, I'm just, get back here. Like that one, okay, you can kind of see, but the portrait, and what's he do? He takes the hardest things. No, if you wanted to share your account with me, you can join my Discord. You can share your work on my Discord, and if I like it, I show it on my streams. But this is absolutely amazing. I walked in, the hardest thing that I hear artists talk about are hands, water, ice, and what's he have? He has an entire section just of hands. Just of hands. I'm like, oh my gosh. And then water, the ice, the droplets. It's so amazing. So amazing. So this was one of these times that I'm like, I have to show this. It's so stunning that I imagined that you would appreciate it. As being artists, all kinds of artists that we have. And the other thing that he really got into is there is a lot of personal angst, personal struggle that they are going through in their personal life that they bring into their art. So this was one of those times, and this is one of those trips that I went on, and not only did I meet amazing people, I never met this individual, never met him. The gallery had his work and was selling it. So I met the studio, the people in the studio, but they were able to actually walk me around and explain things that he is personally going through, what they meant. So when you find amazing artists with this type of skill, share the love. Share the love. Just wow. The ones that drew me in aren't even here. Like, this is amazing. This is pencil. Look at that. Nicholas says he's just got a new follower on Instagram. The use of shadow, the use of highlight, the cloth is amazing. And just so you know, within the actual pieces, these red strings are actual strings that he punctures through the canvas. So there's certain ones that I don't think are here. Oh, this one is awesome. You know, like, these are actually punctured through the canvas. Oh. The skin that he did. And again, I wish I'm not following. I don't see the ones. Yeah. I'm just in awe. In absolute awe. Pencil. I never saw this one before. This is really cool to watch. Look at the depth. I mean, just the depth in the skin detail is what is so amazing. So amazing on that. Wow. Evie says, love that. I do too. I do too. So good. Okay. Oh, was it this one? Yes. Look at this. Oh. This is the one. There was a couple of like this. And it was one like a back. All you saw was the back of the neck and like the shoulder of a woman. And I stood there and I'm trying to figure out, I'm like, is this a photograph that has been like changed or, you know, been edited? It's got some filter on it. They're like, no, it's all pencil. Wow. Wow. Now, to be honest, if this guy came to me and said, I'll make you a thumbnail for $20, I'd say yes. If anybody was not here at the beginning of the stream, you don't get that joke, and I apologize. 160 hours. 160 hours. So good. And without saying hello. Yep. This one is really interesting. Okay, this is the last one. This is the last one. The story behind these two hands. Ray says, I would feel guilty paying for only $20. Yeah, Ray. I agree. I had a guy coming in trying to sell me thumbnails for 20 bucks at the beginning of my stream. So the representation of these two hands is the relationship between good and evil, whereas one hand is good, one hand is evil, but you can't tell them apart. Oh, good. Probably add another 0 for an additional tip. Yeah. Yep. Oh, this is the one. That's the one that totally pulled me in. Like, let's actually draw hands. Oh. Look at that. Draw the hands first and then add the body around it. Wow. Okay, that's the last one. That's the last one. Hands, everyone's drawing nightmare. Yes. The time lapse are my favorite. Yeah, you don't want to stick around 160 hours, but it's worth it. It's worth it. Dang. All right. That's it. I want to just kind of show those off a little bit. Some of the artists that I want to share with you, I can't. They have a lot of nudity. Amazing artists, amazing painters. Ray says, I shot a time lapse of a blooming flower last weekend and all my batteries died. Oof. Oof. I did that a couple years ago during lockdown, and I think it was 9.5 hours. Again, hello. It has been a while. Good to see you. I hope you've been well. So stunning. Should have bought my AC adapter. Yeah. So the point of this is appreciate art, but not only appreciate it, but share it. So if you come across any great artists, you're going to galleries, make sure to pick up a card. Pick up a card and share it with us. Put it on the Discord. Say, hey, I saw this. Been busy moving and renovating and trying to work in between. Dang, where'd you move to? That's always stressful. Thanks for stopping back in. Great to see you. So, yeah, just share the love. Share the art. Sellingen. Ooh, nice. Very cool. Okay. Anybody coming in late? Let me post this one more time. Near the German border. Yes. Okay. There you go. Okay, I think that's all I can share today. So, all right. Today I was going to be working on my laptop. I still may try to switch it over. Here's something really strange that happened. Let me open up Lightroom Classic. I need to get through here and start culling these, getting ratings done, figuring out which photos that I want to work on. So that shouldn't be too labor intensive. Now, what I've been doing in the past is I've been working on my Mac and my MacBook Pro. Sandrine, have a great day. So, okay. Talk to you soon, Sandrine. Take care. Michelle, you're probably going to go walk your dog. Have a great day, Michelle. Here is something very interesting. Now, normally I only have 2 catalogs. This is a 13-3. At some point, let's get up here. Let's open recent. It jumped from a 13 to a 13.3. Now, jumping between catalogs, what will happen is you have to make sure you open the same catalog. So I've uploaded these 1,100 photos. I'm thinking this through. Hold on, everybody. How can I do this quickly? And will this be boring for you? Forget it. Let's go with it. Anyway, so my catalog set up on my laptop, on my MacBook Pro, is a 13-2. So all of my photos from my last photos that I took, you boring never, thank you so much for that. The last photos I took to this trip here, somehow it updated the catalog, but my catalog's not updated on my laptop. So if you're ever working in multiple computers, that can always be an issue, and that's what you want to take a look at. And I figured that out like literally right as I was about to stream, so I didn't have enough time to fix it. So we're gonna go ahead and we're gonna get these going. I am gonna call these and give these some quick numbers. And the way I like to do things right off the bat, so I can find them quickly, is just going like giving it a star rating. And as anybody that follows me, you know, let me get to the other side. When I'm doing Adobe stock, when I'm uploading for specific clients, that's when I use my color codes. When I'm going through and rating, culling, figuring out which ones that I want to work on, I use a star system. So that's my workflow. Everybody else will have a different workflow, but it's always very interesting to kind of see how everybody, how their workflow actually is. So first off, what I want to do is we're going to get into, I think I want to do a landscape. So let's come up to text. I've got keywords selected here, and I'm already in my Tuscany right above, well, you can't see it, my Tuscany folder here in my collection. So I'm stuck into that. So it's only going to pull up my landscapes in that collection. So I can go ahead and put up landscape, and it's going to pull up all of my landscapes. So that's where we're going to start. Images without star or color are deleted. Nicholas, no. Now, this is Terry White. Everybody has different workflows. We got to go big head mode. Everyone has different workflows and different reasoning behind it. Personally, I delete nothing. Terry White, he and this is, you know, I love Terry. Everyone knows I love Terry. Terry knows I love Terry. Met him at Max. Terry's like, if you're not confident in yourself as a photographer to delete it, it's your fault. Like, delete it. If it's not going to be used, delete it. I delete nothing. So, and Ray says, I delete all my reject shots after a period of time. I saw you do that today, Ray. I saw that, and to me, it made me shudder a little. I shed a tear. I delete nothing. I don't know why. I'm a hoarder of photos, and that's the only thing. That's it. That's all. Okay. Also, all my real estate. The thing, Ray, now, I used to shoot real estate. I don't think you were here. We were talking about virtual reality. And I used to shoot 360 virtual reality for real estate. And the funny thing is, I've had clients come back, like let's say a couple years, and want the old photos because the new photographer, their photos, or the people that lived in the house or whatever, it wasn't good. So I've had people come back afterwards and asked if they could reuse those photos. And I've also had clients reuse them without asking, which then I'm really upset about. So that's the thing. If you shoot real estate, make sure to go and check listings. If there's houses you've shot, check listings. I would keep them if it was my main backup. Yeah, that's a good point. Okay. Where are we? Go. Now, some of these, obviously, due to the fact of the traveling in which we were, and I think I was setting this one up to be a panoramic. Steven, hello. Sorry for being late. Welcome back, Shawn. Happy streaming, and hello to all Coleslians. Good to see you, Steven. Well, you're having a great day. Getting much rain? We got a little bit. This is in Chianti. And I hate, this is bothering me. I hate how it's hit D for develop. They so oversaturated. Why? Auto settings. Ugh. I should have had the auto setting turned off, but we can always come back and adjust it. I don't even want to look at that one. All right. So the big thing now, as I'm driving around, and I think I talked about this a little bit, I'm always looking, trying to get like the perfect Tuscany shot, trying to get the shot, like driving off the road, driving down side roads. If I saw something somewhat interesting that has a possibility, instantly would slam on the brakes, turn around, and get to where I need to be for that photo. I am liking the framing. That one's the first day we came in. Good. First day we came in, as you can see, very overcast. Lots of atmosphere going on, lots of dehazing that's going to be needed. Try to pull out some of these cypress trees in the back. You know, these cypress trees, very Tuscany-esque. So kind of getting a bit tough, but we're going to see what we can get out of some of these. And the funny thing, not ha-ha funny, but one of the interesting things just right before my stream, and some of you may remember, let me take this back down, 200, that in Iceland, I trashed my lens. And this trip, I came to realize I really missed it. So during Ray's stream, I was researching a new lens because in a couple weeks I'm heading to Ireland, and I really missed my lens. I didn't realize how much I did miss it. Like that one. Good foreground, good depth. I picked up a new lens, 18 to 55 millimeter. Lots of swallows. Lots of swallows. For a crop? Yeah, it's for my 500. My Nikon 500. For this, I was shooting, and it's okay. 35 millimeter. All I carry anymore are prime lenses. I don't carry any zooms, except if I'm shooting, you know, my 500 millimeter zoom. I've got a 300 to 500 millimeter zoom, but of course I don't travel with that. I have, and it's heavy. It's hard on the back, but anymore I use a 50, and actually let's get out of this for a second. I use a 50 and a 35 millimeter prime, and then my playing lens is an 8 millimeter fisheye. And let me get into Sienna here. Okay, let me get through these. Sienna, where are you? Here we go. Here we go. Okay, so a lot of the times, now these have not been adjusted at all, but when I'm really wanting to play, one of the things I love to do is taking my fisheye and going into like these walled cities, these really tight quarters, and kind of see what I can get with it. Just getting some funky aspects. Now we can try to straighten out a lot of this, but just having fun, you know, with this, with my 8 millimeter, I'm pulling out 181 degrees. So I actually have to be careful that I am not photographing my feet. Oh, I've had that happen before, where I am, you know, standing with one foot out trying to secure myself, and then I take the photo and I've got my foot like in the photo. So I have to be aware of these things. So this is the El Capo, where they have the horse races. And this is where it kind of gets fun, when you're going through and just playing, trying to get different views. There's, you know, a million photos of El Capo. So just trying to figure something out, you know, this is going to be panoramic, shooting up, just really playing around. Like, if you stop playing and searching and trying to come up with different things and using your tools in a different way, why photograph? You know, why not have fun? You know, something like this, like, I love this. I love this photo. This is absolutely wonderful. I love the clock tower being up here. Got a single bird, but it's too small, so it's gonna go away. It's a distraction. But things like this. And again, so often, and I forgot, it's been a while since I've traveled, but the moment that I go like this and I'm moving around, I do something, like 5 people come in right behind me with their phones. You're not gonna get the same shot. But yeah, you know, play around, have fun, have fun. And you know, this is one of the reasons that I kind of have purchased. Okay, let's get back up to our landscapes. I go through and I will buy cheap lenses at thrift stores. You know, I almost always have my camera, so what I'll do is I will run in, grab my camera. They'll have an old, fully manual lens, like a 200 millimeter or something like that. That's wicked old, and throw it on, do a quick check, and I'll buy it. It'll be like $2. But for playing and getting like strange effects, so good. So good. The sky's killing me. Okay. I am digging this. I like this tree in the midground. I love the foreground. Skies like that are great for portraits. Yeah, yes. I had this old guy come up to me. Kind of. I had this old guy, German, come up to me, and I was shooting some portraits, and there was maybe 3 of us standing there, and he goes up and he's like, 5. If you see 5, it's not good lighting for portraits. And I'm like, what are you talking about? And he says, you put your hand down, and if you can see 5 fingers in the shadow, it's not good for portraits. You don't want that hard shadows. Like 5. Oh, okay. All right, I got you. I'm down with you. I got you. 5. That needs to get cleaned up. Not like that. Cheaper, okay. We were staying just by this tower over here. So nice. Oof, oof, I like that one even better. Got better balance. I like the sheep. It's giving. Oh my gosh. Nicholas, thank you. I have not done that for a while. I'm still on vacation. That was a mistake. Oops. Sorry about that. I'm a pro. We'll see what we can get with that. Thank you for letting me know, by the way. The one thing about these cypress, like, it's so, the pine cones on them, they look like snails. It is so crazy. So crazy. And I'm a big fan of them. So nothing says Tuscany other than the cypress trees. the tree line. This is a, this tree line here, this street coming down has been photographed. Here, you can see it better here. It has been photographed so over the top. David says, I heard someone on TV say holy shnikes the other day and I didn't realize it was a phrase outside of this stream. It's, David, oh my gosh. It's from Tommy Boy, Chris Farley. Yeah, Ray, thank you, Tommy Boy. Yeah. So it started with Bruce Gonzalez in the streams. So, you know, one of the things I hate photographing what everybody else has, and here's a rule for everybody, and I'll share my screen again just so I can make a point. You have two different types, or you have many more types, but when you are out traveling, you've got the photos you have to take. You have to take. Those are the look where I'm at. Everybody knows them. Everybody knows the photo. Everybody knows the location. And it's this is where I'm at. Well, like that. And you take them. Take them. Don't not take them. Then you have the photos. David, have a great day. Then you make your photos. You search, you move your feet. Then you search for the photos that you want to create. Ray says, I have a different opinion. I feel people have a different take on the same spot. Yeah, but when a location like this has, now, when you get the, how can I explain this? There's two roads, okay? There's a road that you cannot see, and then we were on an upper road. And so I was trying to get on the upper road to get a different view of this. Down below, they had tour bus stopping. They had just tons of cars stopping. And I'm like, no, I'm not even going to take it. I don't even want to take it. So there are a lot of times, you know, I was gone for 10 days. I only took 1,100 photos. A lot of the times I feel, I felt myself like, this is for me. Like, this photo, this is for me. No one else. It's up here. It's in my head. I don't need to take it. I didn't have a need to take it. So sunrise is here, off to bed. Ray, have a great day. I wish I had a good night. Oh, here we go. This is for you, Ray. Thanks for showing up today, Ray. I appreciate it. You got your own personal boom. I want to see what I can get out of that one. So much hate. Okay, now I'm digging that one. See if I can get the sky out of that. That one. Now, everything I know right now, you're looking at things and you're like, it's dark, it's, you know, not very good. I intentionally shoot dark. I shoot to expose for the highlights. So with that in mind, as you can see up here with within my histogram, I'm not clipping. If I was trying to actually expose correctly for the foreground, I would be blowing out the sky like that. So checking out what you've got going on for your highlights, like exposing for your highlights, gives you the opportunity to bring back some of those clouds. And at the same time, then you can always come in, open up your shadows a little bit, and get yourself back to a nice zero spot. Haze, a working position. So just be aware of that. Not liking those at all. It's got possibility. That's a keeper. Now, I am really afraid that I overexposed for that one. Come on. Yeah, clouds were just meh. Meh. We're gonna have to work on that one. Adding a little bit of foreground element always helps. And just so you know, one of the reasons, like, I take photos like these also is I can sell these for stock. And I don't need a model release. Even though, you know, I know that person. They would probably sign it. Oh. That's a maybe. Now we're getting some decent clouds. Here we go. Now this was interesting. We're driving down the road and we see this. And I'm like, okay, we need to figure this out. We need to get someplace. So I saw a farmer's like road and I just dove down that and drove back quite a ways to get up on the valley to actually get some of these. Oh, that's nice. Good balance. Have many of you been to this region? Been to Tuscany? Curious. Okay. This was specifically for a panoramic view. Let's go ahead. Let's see what we got. We're going to right click, photo merge, panorama. Do not an auto crop, let's do a fill edges. Let Sensei do its thing. I'm assuming the fill edges is still Sensei and not Firefly. I have not been told yet by Adobe if it is Firefly or if it is still Sensei, so I'm assuming it's still Sensei. chat has gotten quiet. It's oh so quiet. Shh. Shh. Y'all are gonna make me sing. You're not gonna want that. Nicholas is here. Thank you, Nicholas. Okay. I like this. This is, I love the shadow and highlights that we've got going on with the clouds going across the landscape. I think. Now, for those of you that do not know, I use museum rails, and unfortunately, I live in a stone house, so I cannot load or I can't hang the rails in my house. 1 second. So a museum rail, this is the backside, and you install clips onto the wall near the roof, and it attaches, and then you have movable adjustable hangers which clip in and hang down, and so you can fully adjust like all of your paintings or your photography, whatever it is. And so in most houses I've lived in, I hang these everywhere. And then I've got my own printer in which I do all my own printing and then put it on actual foam board, mount them. And so on this trip, my wife is like, because I did that in her office, she has like 3 walls, probably about, I don't know. And the prints are like A3. They're good size prints. Well, bigger than that, but for those of you that know what an A3 is, good size prints. She's like, you're gonna need to get together a Tuscany print. I want new prints for everything. So I may do a printing stream. A bit murky, the ground in the background. It is because of, I mean, it's atmosphere that we've got going on, but we can actually now auto. Steven's bringing up a good point. Because of when I merged these together, there is a box selected for auto tone, which is right here. So you can see that it has been selected because it was selected. Devlin, hello. It's all done with auto. Now, one of the things auto does not touch is texture, clarity, and dehaze. So with that, I would get in and try to clean this up, either using a brush, maybe a brush. Nicholas says I hang pictures with double-sided tape, removable. I wanted the singing, but hello anyway. Yeah, when I get in and like this is way too much, but to kind of show what you're possible of doing is you can go way over the top, but you can see we can bring back a lot of that using the dehaze slider. So, you know, the before, the after. It's workable. It's workable. Will that one be an A3? Maybe. Maybe. Dehaze is so nice. It is. Can you work with mask on that effect to have more in the background and less in front? Yeah, Steven, that is something that's relatively new. Thank you for asking that. So to show you what I'm talking about, let's go ahead and hit D for develop, and we'll come up and, oh, acting up with me. You've got object, brush, linear gradient, radial gradient. Yeah, if we do a brush, let's do a brush. Alexandra, hello? We'll do a brush. Let's feather it. You know what? No, let's not. Let's not do a brush. Let's do this differently. Yeah, I'll do a brush. We can just paint here. You can always subtract. You can, you know, but relatively recent within your masks, these effects have been added, your texture, clarity, and dehaze. So it's relatively new, so I can darken that up quite a bit. And that way you're not getting, you know, going from that to that. You can try to get it a little bit more balanced. Actually, let's turn the mask off up here. So that's without it. That's with it. So you can get in and use the dehaze, the clarity, and the texture with masks. Again, that's relatively over the last couple months, I think it's been, that the Lightroom team has added that. So, you know, very happy that they added that. So, good question. Now, for the same type of thing, just to show this, like, if we go into this photo, this is not a good photo, but just kind of show you what's going on. We can do the same thing with like a linear gradient, then bringing this down like so. You can bring this around, and then again coming down for the dehaze. So you can actually get quite a bit. Like, that's a huge difference. And then of course you can subtract from the mask. So if I want to go ahead and subtract from this mask, because let's say the clouds, no, let's hit select sky. We're gonna let it do its work. Now it's removed the sky. So as you can see, that's the before and that's the after. And the only thing that it's adjusted is our hills. The clouds are all the same. I can go in and do a select clouds and adjust that individually. I wonder how to use Lightroom Classic. This might be a good place to learn, maybe. I don't know. So you can see right here, we've got our linear mask here, and then we have a negative sky mask. And if I hover over it, you can see what it's pulling out of our mask. So you can actually hover over the masks to see what it is you're affecting. Lightroom has gotten so good. So good. Am I still in? What am I? Oh, I'm not in. Okay. Only working on landscape today, no cityscapes. Not doing city work today. Or village. I think it knocked me out when I was doing the panoramic. Here we go. Okay, we're back. Barbara, good early morning. What would be a late morning to you, Barbara? Afternoon? We're gonna see. Maybe 9 a.m. Yeah, I'm down with that. I agree with you. 9 a.m. is usually when I'm starting to go to work, checking in. With all the features in Lightroom Classic, it's so easy to overdo your images. Yes. Okay, so let's go ahead, hit D for default. This is, or D for default, D for develop. Let me switch sides really quick. This is one of those things. Bruce, hello. Let me show this for really quick, Bruce, and then I'll read. As you can see over here, we've got presets. Now, I have a tendency of going over the top. So like this one is, oh my God, why? Then we have Oregon sunset, too much. Okay. So you can hover over them and see what they do. So with the, oh my God, why? You can click on it. Now, when you save and make a preset, this is what's really cool, is you've got your amount slider. So if you do go over the top, but you like where you're going, you can save it as a preset and then you can bring it back, or you can even go further with it up to 200. So that's one of those things that you want to be aware of, but also know that you have the control that you can adjust it. Okay, Bruce is here, everybody. And I think we did, this is how Bruce was called. Bruce's ears peaked up when this came up. Bruce says, yeah, Shawn is back. Glad to see you back safely. And on, my friend, how's the trip? Looks like you captured some beautiful photos. I did, Bruce. Great to see you, buddy. Great to see you. I hope all is well. Going well. I like this photo. I like this photo. I like it. Like the minimalist. I like. Ooh, I like that one even better. I like the fact that when we're catching a little bit more of that trail. It's more prominent. I don't like the. This is the thing with kind of like moving your feet and looking around and taking multiple shots. That one, okay, we're gonna have to try that one. Love olive tree and love olives. It's great to see you in chat, Bruce. Always makes me happy. Always makes me happy. I liked this frame of this village. I don't like it now. I liked it when I saw it. That's a maybe. God, I love these fields. Why am I in develop? I forgot about that. If you hit L, I totally forgot about that. If you hit the letter L, I'm in develop mode, it will go into a darken mode, and then it'll go pure black. And then you can hit L to get out of it. Bruce says, visiting my sister in North Carolina at the moment, so yes, enjoying my time. Great. Tell Bruce's sister hello from chat, from the stream. Yeah, the clouds, yeah, I had a couple days with good clouds, had other days not so good. I gotta try that one. RW, hello. Why did you change your mind about the frame you captured in the village? Good question. Let's get back to it. So again, we're driving along, and out of the corner of my eye, I catch the frame. I see just the village pop up, and I slammed on the brakes, put it in reverse, went back. I don't feel it's balanced looking at this. Like, the subject is the village. Alicia also. So one of the things that we could do, let's go ahead, come in here. And this is the cool thing about having so many pixels. Even though the subject is the village, we've got so much greenery happening that it's overpowering the subject. So we could come, or I could come in and we could go to, let's actually get it back to our original aspect ratio, and stay locked. PJ, hello, making sure that's locked. I could come in, keeping the same aspect ratio, and try to frame this up in a way that feels better. Sure, things are relatively straight, even though nothing is straight in these old villages. So going in and trying something like that, because I've got enough pixels to work with, I'm still not feeling it. I mean, yeah, it's just not, it's not doing it for me. It's definitely something that needs to be the building color used kind of blended with the colors of the trees, and nature needs to be more attractive. Well, that's not really an issue. I mean, if where am I? Okay. This one is hit G. Okay, this is the one that's cropped. If I was concerned with that at all, go ahead, hit D for develop. Doing something really easy, I'm just gonna knock this out really quick. We're gonna darken that up. If we open up our shadows a little bit, we're going to add some vibrance into it. We could even come down here into not our color grading, we want our color mixer. Thank you very much. We need to go to start with our saturation, going in, grabbing these reds and bringing up those yellows. We can, let's stick with the HSL. Come down here to our luminance and bring that up. And come down here, we'll grab those, we'll bring those down. And we can do this manually, like I know we've got some reds going on in there. And then once I'm starting to kind of balance that stuff out, there's a couple different ways I could come down to the bottom, grab an effect, and get in and do a vignette this way and really try to pull your eye in. I'm going way over the top here. So you can see, you know, way over the top. But trying to pull the eye, like right now, okay, the colors are wrong, everything's bad. So if we set that back to 0, the other thing that you could do is grab a radial gradient. We're going to pull this out like so. Bring this around. We need to bring out right about there. Bring the exposure up a pop. Then what we can do is we can grab this mask and we're going to duplicate and invert the mask. So now we have a secondary mask and we can bring down the exposure. We can bring down the highlights even more. And again, I'm going way over the top here just to kind of prove a point, or not prove a point. That's the wrong thing to say, but to show how to draw your eye to the castle. So that's the before. And you're right, the contrast between the village and the trees, there's not enough there. And that's kind of the problem that you're having. So being able to draw the eye into what you want the viewer to look at. Like, I don't want the viewer to look at the trees. You can. I don't want you to, but you can. And then of course, if I feel like, oh, okay, this is way over the top, get back in here because I hate what I did with this inverted mask. We are going to go to subtract, select sky, and bring that sky even back out. Then we're going to create another sky. We're going to create a sky. Let's bring down the highlights. We can even bring down that exposure a little bit and taking into the decays just a touch. Okay, so you know, it's all in your editing, trying to bring the eye to your subject. You know, the first thing you want to do is get rid of any distractions. That's the first thing I always say, get rid of distractions. Then the next part of your editing before you do anything is figuring out where you want the eye to go. So, you know, this is a more interesting photo now. Is it great? No. But it's going in the right direction. Stephen, have a great day. Hope to see you next time too. Who was that? That was RW. Yes. Thank you for the question. I appreciate that. I like questions. I like frogs. I love good meadows. Grass is blowing in the wind. So nice. Okay, this one, RW says, got it, very nice, thank you. No, thank you for asking. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. I dig tangents. I love the depth. I love the layers that we've got going on of the different weeds and plants and grasses. The way that the shadows from the clouds. Ooh, like that one. I hate that we got these little blue ones right there. It's a distraction. That's a distraction. Little blue flowers poking its head up. Hey, you gotta be that way. These lines, I'm having problems with this because it's kind of coming out. Devlin, shh. Don't make me get rid of them. I think it's this one. That's the one I want to work on. I like that one. Of the layers. I will delete those blue flowers immediately. Now, see here, this I like because they're not a tangent. Oh, absolutely, Bruce. Absolutely. I could see these as beautiful painting references. And any ones you want, Bruce, just let me know. I got a problem up here with the road or a path that I would need to clean up, probably in Photoshop. But see, with these are part of the entire image. Like, I love this that we've got the house back here. It's showing life. Off in the distance, we've got the blues. We've got different layering. We've got these pinks, red hues. The clouds are spectacular. Yeah. I like that. That's purdy. Again, another framing, all at the same spot. I liked it more when I saw it. Hi, Uma. I popped into your stream when I was in Italy. I am no longer in Italy. And what part of Italy is this, Shawn? This is Tuscany. On this day, let me bring this up. What day is that? One moment. For those of you that have been part of my streams for a while, sorry I hit my mic, know that, not that I follow it to a T because I love getting lost, but I create huge PDF files using a website called Sygic, and it breaks down all the maps, every place I've been, and so that is the 11th, so I can come back and say, hey, I know exactly where I'm at. That is right. Wait for it. Okay, wait for it. It's right outside of Siena. So Tuscany region, right outside of Siena. We were heading north from Siena, or actually northwest, but heading northwest towards Volterra, the oldest city in Italy. I did not know that. Volterra, the oldest city in Italy. Like, wow. Never even heard of Volterra. I love that itinerary organization, not too tight PDF, happiness. You know what? Okay. Hold on, everybody. This is for you, Devlin. Oh, it's not there yet. Hold on, let me get chat back into place. Okay. So, and I know I've talked about this before, but Sygic, if you're listening and you want to sponsor me, please. Was a name like Volterra, was there a volcano? No, there wasn't, actually. No. Well, I've got a bunch of, it was a Roman site, but, okay. So due to, like, where we want to go, as you can see here, you know, we flew into Florence Airport, and then we've got all the notes we can add, because it's a PDF, we can add all the notes and everything that we need. We can add addresses for things, and we've got one of the, the nice thing about it is it helps you pick a route. Like if you look down here on the map, if we would have just put into a GPS and say, hey, get us from here to here to Mount Policiano, it would have taken us on the A1, the highway, all the way through. We don't like highways. We don't want to be on highways. So we're able to actually find sites and addresses for sites to get us off the beaten path. Do we go there? Maybe, maybe not. But it's one of those things that we can go through and get it before, like we have it set up. We know the routes, we know the sites, and we get up in the morning and we can just turn a page, put something in and go. We don't have to talk about it. We talk about what are we going to see today, not what are we going to do today. We talk, you know, everything's set. So we get the most out of our travel time, because we're never looking. We do all the work beforehand to figure out what we want to see, where we want to go. And it's one of those things that really helps. You know, I've got all of this is done in Cygic, and I also use Google Earth to actually search for new things if there's something along the way that I may want to see. But it's very, very, very handy. And it's a thing that my wife and I have come to appreciate greatly on our trips to make our life and our travels better. Okay. Bruce says, I recently saw someone make a travel scrapbook, got inspired, made some beautiful memories. That's cool. Devlin says, I need to learn Lightroom Classic and Photoshop for photos properly and look at my bad pics to make scrapbooks. Look at my bad pics to make scrapbooks. Sometimes a road less traveled is less traveled for a reason. I've been on a lot of those roads. And technically, I've almost fallen off those roads. My wife's on the passenger side looking out the window going, can you go that way? Devlin says, Dear Maps, I love you dearly. All right. Let's see, what am I working on here? Ooh. Scary roads are scary. Well, okay. We were in Crete and we were driving a Fiat Panda, little Fiat Panda. There's like a mountain. And when I say it's a goat mountain and it's just dirt trails, and my Navigon that I have is like 12 years old, right? And we didn't have phones that worked there. There was no cell service, but the Navigon worked. And it tried to take us onto these like roads that no cars have been on forever. And it just, well, the funny thing is, because it was a Fiat Panda, we called it Poe. We're like, come on, Poe, you can do it. Skadoosh. So it was a beast. It was a beast. We expected by the end of that trip that it was going to be one of those trips where you drive up to drop it off at the rental shop, and then you pull up and you get out and you close the doors and everything just falls off. We did get into a full traffic jam with goats coming down the hill. We did that. That did happen. But on a lot of trips, we've taken these side roads when we come around a corner and like the whole road is just gone. Like just gone. There's no warnings, there's no barriers. It's just taken out. Then the last time we were in Italy, we were in the I can't remember it. The Alfmani. Anyway, we had huge mudslides. Like people died when we were there, and we got caught in 2 mudslides. The third one we couldn't make it. Well, the police were there also on that one, and they just said turn around. You're not going through it. So, yeah. We like to get lost. Did you hear the car gasp when you returned it? Yeah. Amalfi, Italy. Thank you, Devlin. I don't know why I cannot remember that to save my life. I cannot. We were, okay, hold on. We're tangent time. We're gonna stay on this trip. We're not gonna go switch, but we were going through, let me find, that was the hike. My wife took me on a death march, and oh my goodness, I was in trouble. I'm like, if my heart hasn't exploded and I haven't died yet, I'm in good shape here. Okay, so Cinque Terre. Coming in, and all of these, you see all these beautiful, like good wife should do. Shh, Mel. Don't give her any more ideas. These absolutely beautiful towns. There's like 5 towns in the national park. It's gorgeous. And it's so interesting because when you see them from afar and you're like, oh, it's beautiful, and you see these pictures, they are so photoshopped. Because yes, this is what they look like raw. And then when you get up close to them, this is what they look like. They need some work. Like, beautiful. I went down the US 101 on the US West Coast where the road is patchwork with the landslide chucks. Did have to do a detour for some not patched. Yes, I loved the 101. Love it. There's a joke about the 101. So, let me think of how politically correct this is. I think it's okay. We're going to tell the joke. There is a car that's going down I-5. And for those of you on the West Coast knows, I-5 is the main interstate that goes north and south from Washington to Southern California. And so, the car's going like 5 miles an hour. High 5? No, I-5. And it's super slow. Cars are going around honking it. And so the police pulls it over. There's this one woman, she's a nun, she's driving, and there's 3 nuns in the back seat. And he says to the driver, he says, you know why I pulled you over? He said, no. He said, because you're driving too slow. And she says, no, I'm not. And he says, yes, this is an interstate. You're not supposed to be on it going 5 miles an hour. She goes, I saw a sign back there that said 5. That's the speed limit. And he says, no, that's not the speed limit. You're on I-5. That's the highway. And she's like, oh. Then he looks back and he sees the old ladies in the background or in the back seat. And they're like frozen. And he says, what's wrong with them? She goes, well, that explains a lot. I just got off the 101. Crickets. I don't know if I've ever told a joke on a stream before like that. Okay. Thank you, General. So I was talking about the different places that my wife had been going to recently, and the Amalfi Coast, Santiago, other cities that or other villages that are on, that is good to tell. In San Antonio, Texas, the joke is, oh, I'm not reading that, Devlin. I highly recommend that if people are going to travel, that you go to Cinque Terre first before you go to any of these other ocean villages throughout road, the 101 from San Diego to San Francisco. The 101 goes, it goes up to Oregon. It goes, I think it goes through Oregon. It goes to Seattle. The 101 goes from San Diego to Seattle, if I am not mistaken. It may go past Seattle. But I know I used to take it when I lived in California, Oregon, and Washington. But I highly recommend go to Cinque Terre before you do any of those other things. That way, it's nice. Some other places are just nice. Sure. So, okay. Oh my gosh, I'm freaking out of time. We have... How far did I get with the landscapes? Okay. You know, I can keep going. Nobody's streaming until Adobe Live, I believe. PJ says we stopped at San Francisco. Okay, gotcha. All right, moving on. That's where I stopped. So I am checking out the foreground. I'm seeing if we've got really any interest. Mad World was filmed in San Diego and on parts of the 101. Alrighty. It's probably been 35 years since I've been to San Diego. San Diego. I'm not gonna finish that quote. Anchorman is just ruined. I can't even think of it. Oh, cool. Highway 101 is the one at the Gibraltar Strait and Stupid Forks, Washington. Stay classy, General. I'm trying. I am trying to stay classy. Not working. Telling jokes about nuns driving and... Just not good. Not good. I'm gonna lose my streamer card. Get me wrong. Okay, speaking of driving, now I'm going to offend somebody. I want to know something. I'm just looking at blue flowers. Thanks, Devlin. I want to know something. In Italy, are Italians bad drivers in the sense that they know they're being jerks, or are they just bad drivers? Like, are they the way that they drive? And let it be, mopeds are horrible. I cannot believe. I'm at the airport and this guy's got road rash like all down his face. And I'm like, he rented a moped. They're just horrible, horrible drivers. You're on these really super narrow roads and it's just horrible. Like, I expected to hit at least 3. That was my total coming into it. Don't ask how many I actually did hit. When the drivers themselves, you could be stuck in a construction zone, no place to go. You've got a semi in front of you, and the guy comes up behind you. He's like this far off your tail, and they do this thing. They speed up, and then they get over, so they're halfway over the line and halfway over. No, I heard no honking in this part, and I know what you're talking about. Honks the most, drives first. That's like Rome, yes. Where I have been in Italy, it's not honking. They try to run you off the road. And then you look in the rearview mirror and they're going. I'm like, really, dude? Really? Rick, hello. Shawn's back. Yes, I am back. Good to see you, Rick. Hope you've been well. It was just crazy. If you like Texas, all the bad drivers think they're super good drivers because they learned in video games. The worst drivers in America, Devlin, are in Massachusetts. 3 out of the top 5 are around Boston. Boston isn't it, but there's 3 cities that I'm not going to name that 3 out of the top 5 worst drivers, and it's true because I live there. It's when I read this report, and I'm like, yep. 3 out of the top 5 are in Boston. I thought you were going to be gone for a few weeks. No, just 2 weeks, Rick. I'm still on vacation. I was gonna take today off, but I missed you all. Hold on. I missed you all. I just had to come back and stream. I missed you. Rick says, I work from home, so I can't comment too much on the drivers. Yeah, but you leave your house, Rick. Sounds like Kia drivers around Austin. Audi drivers in Baden-Württemberg, because where Audis are made, are super aggressive. Where the Audis are made. Okay, let's keep moving. I want to get through our landscapes. I'm loving that. That is gorgeous. I'm disappointed what we've got. That's not bad. Barbara, I don't want to name the cities. You can probably guess them. Oh, General. Don't even get me started on just people are the worst. I love persons. I hate people. uh. I think that's how come my wife and I love, like, getting lost in a city. We would in Siena. Siena has grown. I haven't been there for like 11 years, and it's grown. And it's crazy that we would be in these big cities, villages, whatever. You would go, ton of tourists. Then you would go like 1 block, maybe 2 blocks away. Nobody. We'd be completely by ourselves. Hold on, let me make a placement holder now. It's let me show you an example. I hate having people in my photos, so that doesn't even show the amount of people. I have anything? I'm really good at taking photos of nobody. I'm really good at that. Hey, Bruce, it works if I remember which color I picked. I'm really good at taking pictures of nobody. Like, it was that Luca. That was Luca, and Luca was freaking packed. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, okay, here's an example. So normally you will see wall-to-wall people full of tourists like this. And it's just packed. You can't get through. You can't, people have no courtesy whatsoever. They're not thinking about anybody else. They don't care. And especially if they're in tour groups. Tour groups are the worst. People are brainless. People do not think of anything else except for the group when they are in tour groups. And oh my gosh, did I bust up a lot of tour groups. I'm like a bull in a china shop, but a bull in a I don't even what do you want to call it. And then people with cell phones. Don't get me started on that. I'm like, excuse me, I have a real camera. Okay. Oh, attributes. I think it was purple. There we go. Yeah. I would agree with that, Devlin. Bookmark worked. Hey, okay, general, I only said that a few times. Oh, you live north of Boston, so I don't get to experience the mayhem too much. The 3 cities are west of Boston, and one, without saying the name properly, is wait, how can I do this? I don't even know if I can say it right or say it wrong. Well, I can't. I'll say one because it's big. It's a big town. It's Gloucester. Gloucester's one of them. So, there you go. Worcester. Oh! Worcester. How do you... These guys are telling us, we're moving to Boston, and they're giving us names of towns, and we're trying to find them, and we can't find them. We're like trying to use phonetics, how to spell Gloucester. We're like, we can't find this. Can you just send us an email that has the names like written down? Because we can't find them. Where's Gloucester? Okay. I'm just... oh, that's funny. Stop. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. Let's give that a 3. Yeah. Give that one a 3. Clouds are nice. Yep, I like the placement. No blue flowers there, Devlin. It's a keeper. What you got going on? Like a semi. Wow, that's a lot happening there. Okay. Got another major panoramic. I don't think. Did I? No. Those aren't stacked. Do it. Let's do it. Today may be a long stream. Sorry, everybody. We're going to do a photo merge and panorama. Sorry. By the way, have I missed anything? Anything new going on with all of you? Anything? Everybody doing well over the last 10 days? General did say he forgot my name. He forgot the am and the B and the door. So he just called me the middle part. Ambassador, he just called me the middle part. That's all he remembered. Photo merge 3 times. Okay, that kind of messed up there, but that's going to be an easy fix. Checking the corners. Let PD GUI join the image. I don't have it. I had it in Windows. Like, that's screwed up. You can see right there, that's all messed up right behind my head. That needs to be cleaned up. Did a bad job. 27.5 weeks to retirement. Nice. Nice. Now, pretty good. All right, I'm taking that. Moving on, we need to get back into text. There we go. Four weeks of holiday coming up. Where are you going, Nicholas? You know, I'm heading to Ireland. Where are you going? This one needs some work. I love having the road North Sweden. I knew you were smart, but I had no idea you were that smart. Heat wave coming, and you're going to northern Sweden. I am so jealous. I am so jealous. So smart. So smart. Germany works like that too, right? The country all but closes down. No. I mean, what happens, okay, in the UK, for when summer vacation happens, the UK is just overran. Now, in Germany, a lot of the times, people, schools, and regions will actually stagger their vacations a little bit. Sylvia, hello. Welcome in. Will stagger so that everyone's not on vacation at the same time. So it's really smart in that way. I don't feel it's not as crazy as some other countries that we've experienced, whereas yes, everything just shuts down. We're in day 3 of over 90 degrees. Jeez. I heard in Bangor, Maine, they hit 103 yesterday. I'm like, do they have air conditioning in Maine? I mean, I would think you didn't need it. Like, growing up, we didn't have air conditioning in Oregon. You didn't need it. Never got hot. You have maybe 2 or 3 days at 90 degrees. We got it installed a couple of years ago. We are talking about getting a air conditioner, not air conditioning for the entire house, but an air conditioner. I was tired of all the window units. Yeah. Yeah. It sucks. I mean, you go back a couple years and there was a heat wave because houses in Germany, but the heat wave hit France and it was crazy. Something like 35,000 people died. You know, the houses aren't made for heat. They're made to keep warm. You've got stone roofs, stone sides, stone, you know, like my house, it's all stone. Everything is stone. The only way to keep things cool was, thankfully, here in Germany, we have a thing called Rolladens, which are metal blackout shades. So I can shut down everything in the house and keep it on hot days, kind of around 75 degrees indoors. You open up everything in the morning, get some fresh, cool air in, and then you lock everything down, and it's like living in a cave. So I think we're hotter than Texas this week. I did hear that. I heard that, Rick, that the Northeast was. Ooh. You know what, Devlin? It's a heat wave in Greece right now. Yeah. Yes. Well, it's all southern. It's not. Yes, in Greece. Florence, when we left, you know, they called it a heat wave, but it's only like 3 or 4 degrees hotter than normal when we left Florence. I don't know. Yeah. It's different. It's a different sun down there. It's crazy. It was 83. And it's just, the sun feels so different. Like 83 to me isn't hot. Okay, it's hot. Don't get me wrong. I sweat profusely. I'm uncomfortable. But in my mind, I wouldn't have thought of it, you know, like, oh my God, this is a heat wave. God, I don't know which one I like better. Devlin, yes. Devlin says, I remember Michigan nearly dying at 90 degrees, and I was like, this is near Chile. It's relative. You can't You can't say that. If you take for me, I'm wearing shorts and a t-shirt, and it's sunny here, it's hot, and I go for a walk, there'll be no Germans. There'll be no Germans out. You know, they're just not used to the heat. So yeah. Yeah, I agree. That's my dilemma. This one is good because it's offset. That one is good. I don't know. We're gonna have to play with them. It rained last night, so today might be cooler. It was 80 degrees here yesterday, and it rained. And thankfully, it didn't flood. The flooding is gone. And then it rained today, but it's tomorrow. I think it's supposed to be getting into the mid 80s, up to 90 by the end of the week. Acemin, hello. I hope I pronounced your name correctly. Welcome in. God, I like that one. Those clouds are spectacular, but I hate the landscape. So nice. Are these? What is going on? Wow, these are really... Look how green these are. This is unedited. Look how green that is. Oof. Now, let's see, what day is this? It's getting hot. The 15th, yep. Totally blue skies. Is getting hot. Okay. That is the last question. I can go a little bit longer if you would like me to, or we can call it a day. Do you have a thermometer in Fahrenheit in Germany? I do, General. I have both. I have 2 digital thermometers, one in Celsius and one in Fahrenheit. Nicholas says go for it. Very healthy trees. Okay. Fool around with your pictures. I'll listen and wait for distractions we shouldn't look at. This was, now I've heard of wineries like this. When we were first there, we were driving down and we're like, we need some wine. So, not while we were driving, for the room, so we weren't drinking it there. Oh, the broken egg, you saw that. Weren't supposed to see that. We can talk about that. Let me find it. Alabaster was in, I can't even remember what city that was in. Pretty far down, wasn't it? Pion, hello? Okay, we're getting close. All right, we got to start here. We got to start here if we're gonna do it right. We got to do it right, people. So within this region, and we are in Volterra. So Volterra, for those of you that maybe came in late, is the oldest city in Italy. That I did not know. One of the big things Volterra is known for, other than its history, is its alabaster. It is a very soft stone, sometimes transparent. It can be transparent if it's cut properly, but it is a massive, massive amount of industry. So were you able to see all of Italy, Shawn? On this trip? No. I've been to a huge percentage of Italy. A lot. I've spent a lot of time in Italy. I love Italy. So we came across this workshop down under street level. I wouldn't call it a basement. And so the alabaster, you can see they can make everything out of it. You've got the sculptures, you've got little knickknacks like, you know, apples, pears, mushrooms, candle holders. You can make anything out of it. So this is the workshop that 300% of it. This is what it looks like raw, or mined, I should say. And then they can work with it because it's so soft. So alabaster is everywhere, and it's quite cool. Did I buy anything? No, I did not. Some of it is pretty spectacular, and one of the things I really love, I love going into workshops and actually taking pictures of people working with their hands. Unfortunately, this guy was kind of like walking around messing with stuff as if he was going to work, but he never did. So Volterra, let's keep going. Churches, towns, cities. Now let's get to the end when we went to the museum. And here's an example of the Roman sites. Did I buy any? No. Did I steal? I only took photos. Okay. So there we go. Is that the good one? Yeah. So this is all alabaster. I was stunned, and I actually really like this light. That one's more in focus. So very cool. I mean, pretty stunning looking. I'll let that just let it go for a little bit. It is cool, Rick, but is this something that you would want? I love lamp. I love lamp. Do you love lamp, Devlin? Or are you just saying you love lamp because you're seeing a lamp? I love lamp! No, I can't say I would want this. You know, without... I actually do love lamps. Marinate? I was trying to... Bruce, I was gonna say marinate, but I was trying to figure out an egg pun, and I couldn't. Because I don't think you let eggs marinate. I'll let this simmer. I'll let this sizzle. I don't know. I've got nothing. The yolk's on you then. Like, okay, I like this lamp, right? But if it's just the ooze without the egg, that's kind of gross. Thanks for the alabaster reference. I'm so sick of the news. I'm looking for great maker videos. Okay. With a fried egg on top and spam. You know, The lamp without the ooze, without the egg would be cool. I don't know. And then this, I just loved this font on this scale. The guy, it was so funny, he didn't speak any English. And we're in his store, we're buying stuff. And I see it and I'm like, can I take a photo of your scale? And he's like, he totally didn't understand what I was doing. Like, he's pointing to everything behind it. And I'm like, no, the scale right here. Can I take a photo of this? Did you search for it on Adobe stocks? I did not. I haven't done any of that work yet. Yeah, that wouldn't, I was thinking like that would be cool to have that in Lightroom Classic. Yeah. Okay. Let's see here. We are gonna go breakfast taco with Spam. You know, here's the issue that I have. I saw a documentary on turkey butt. And I did say turkey butt. And I believe that that's pretty much what Spam is. And it is not good for you. After seeing that, it looks like Bernard font stuff. Like the fact that the US government sent specific, and still to this day sends turkey butt to certain countries, it's just not nice. So don't get me started on Spam. Get me all fired up again. It's like coming in here and asking for wanting to sell your thumbnail for $20. Oh, Devlin, I'll boot you if you keep spamming my chat. I will boot you. How can you stand behind that? Yeah, I agree. I agree. All right. I am searching if anything jumps out at me, if I like it or not. All right. In Siena and many places, many cities within these region, Tuscany region, Chianti region, they have groups, and they've got drummers, flag wavers, that do parades and whatnot. And so it was quite amusing as we were walking up these parks, these two kids were messing with these flags. And my wife is like, oh, these kids are having a sword fight. You know, watch out, dangerous kids. And it's like, no. They're actually practicing and they're throwing the flags and catching them, and doing this whole thing. Then later on in Siena, we hear these drums and we go down this alleyway. We end up at a church, and then we see two late teens, maybe 20-year-old men doing the actual routine. The Blue Dog is a local artist that has a bunch of their work throughout this park. That it was just a tall dog that I saw her like walking under, and I'm like, huh, that's okay. So as I was going through, I wanted, these are the type of things that I like to try to capture, and it's blurry. I didn't have the right settings, but like this one, I love. This one is great. This kid, he had his arm in the right position on his hip. He was intense. So I really dig architecture. Where we're at here. That's what I need. Okay. I like the hedges in the garden. Yeah. Very cool little markets in the main squares. Very tiny roads. Just very cool. All right, back into landscapes. Skip them. Did they notice you capturing them? Absolutely. A shrubbery with a little path. I tell you, that with these hilled villages, you walk your tushy off. Oh my goodness. Wow. It has been a while, like 7-8 months since I've been out traveling hardcore. It put some hurt in me, I gotta be honest. All right. Lots of stairs. Now, this is interesting. I actually wasn't aware of this. There are a lot of forts throughout Italy, and it's actually not like in Germany where you've got castles, which are landowners or churches that have their own armies and they would fight each other. But you have these castles. And I actually didn't realize it that all of these forts, not castles, forts, are part of a wider defense system in all of Italy, like the entire region. So it's not like one person has, this is the region, this is my castle, I'm going to protect my castle. It's actually to defend the entire country. So I thought that was very interesting. Okay. Now, this is called the San Filippo Thermal Baths. I can say I've never seen anything like this before. It's huge. Huge. And gorgeous. Stunk. Talk about rotten eggs. Oh my goodness. A thermal bath. To give you some perspective, there is a person. This is one small section. It's huge. Is it salt? Here, yo, this gives you good perspective. There's the people in the baths. And this is another small section. It's the equivalent of stalagmites, sulfur, right? Yeah. But it's running down these rocks. It's like a waterfall. And it's warm-ish. It's not like it's hot, but quite stunning. And people all come down and they just chill. Chill. Okay. I'm having a tough time really getting excited about many of these village photos. That's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, wait. And for those of you that know, that have been part of my stream for a while, know that I am kind of into architecture. And this was shot ISO 2500, so it's a bit grainy. But this is so vibrant. I mean, my goodness. Most of these paintings, you know, you don't think they're this vibrant, but wow. And as I like to call, this one is not too realistic, but this is Saint Michel, normally known as Saint Michael, but I swear that 90% of what you see of Saint Michael killing the dragon are female. They look like they're female, they have bodies of a female, and at some point in time the church is like, no, let's just change it to Saint Michael. Let's just change it. So I always call it Saint Michel. I'm probably creating an uproar, but I'm okay with that. Wow, I am just not excited. A lot of these. Do you have any pictures of grapes destined to be made into wine? Not up close, Rick. We saw a ton, but right now the grapes are all just starting to form. They're not they're about the size of a tip of a little tip of a pen, you know, like just the tip of a pen. They're very, very tiny right now. The bunch is there, but they're just these green nubs. So. We did do a tasting. There is a region that is very proud of its wine. And they go for about 120 euro a bottle. Now, let me put that in perspective, because I know those of you that are in America have a different concept of pricing when it comes to wine. But like here in my region, a very good bottle of wine, and this is a major wine region. This isn't like a one-off. This is world-renowned region of wine, is about 10 euro. So a 120 euro bottle of wine is absolutely ridiculous. And how about olive oil? Oh yeah, love it. Love it. Do you have any pictures of chickens destined to be made into chicken parmesan? No, but there were a few chickens. Olive oil, amazing. But you have to remember, Bruce, even though in Italy they have a lot of olive trees, Spain is the largest producer of olive oil. Freak, hello over on Twitch. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. Hello. So whenever I did any olive oil like testing, usually it's in Spain, not in Italy. Even though I had great olive oil, love olive oil. This village here, there must have been a college, because all over as we were touring, people were sketching the architecture, and I probably ran into 7-8 students, and so I'd look over their shoulder and it was like, ooh, they're good. They're good. Olive oil is great for the skin. Well, if you purchase olive oil, 2 things to make sure. 1, it is in a brown bottle or a completely like tin can, like an oil can, not a clear bottle. Number 2, make sure that at some place on the label it says that it was an award-winning olive oil. You can get some really bad stuff, or cheap stuff, I should say, bumped into students. Imagine students with pencil marks screeching across their works. I was just looking over their shoulder, Devlin. Come on. Now we're getting someplace nice. And not skunked. Not skunked. Olive oil does not last that long. You buy anything in a clear bottle, don't ever buy olive oil in a clear bottle. God, those clouds are great. Devlin, we have flowers. We have flowers, Devlin. Wake up. We got Mrs. Shawn. He's like, take my picture in front of the flowers. I sound just like her. Some of these have potential, but I am just not feeling it. Ranger, hello over on YouTube. Good to see you. Thank you for stopping in. How are you today? For anybody new popping in, we are calling travel photography from the region of Tuscany, Italy, that is. If you do not know. I've been streaming for 3 hours. And I am just about done. Stick a fork in me, because I have to stream again in an hour. Oh, I really got to end this. I have to stream again in an hour. I don't even know what I'm doing. I may not stream. I may let Jack do it. I'll just be a pretty face. I don't know. Skunked olive oil and skunked beer gets really stinky. Unless it's meant to be skunky. If it's really hoppy beer, it can get skunky. Unicorn. This kind of gives you an idea. Like, everything is so small. All the streets are small and extremely hilly in these towns. I mean, look at the angle of this door. It's tough. It is tough. And we were doing wine tasting. Leg day every day. Oh. It was it was a leg day every day, but this might have been the best food vacation I've ever had. And I feel like such an idiot. And I don't know how I've gone so long. I've traveled so much. I've been to so many places. And this was my first true experience with truffles. And oh my God, I have a new love. It took me, okay, great food in Italy. What is it that you want to eat when you go to Italy? You're like, I want a pizza. It took me 6 days. 6 days of being in Italy before I could find a pizza. Because they really don't have it in that region unless you go to specifically to a pizzeria. So we didn't. And then it took 7 days or maybe 8 days to actually get some gelato. But Bruce says yummy truffles. There is a handmade, like, local pasta called, like, Picci. I think it's Picci. And it means small pasta, but it's not small. And, oh my gosh. We had, the first time we had some truffle sauce on this pasta, this handmade pasta. I'm like, I'm in love. I am absolutely in love with this. Never had truffles before, only truffle salt. Well, I think, so I went to this grocery store and they had truffles, and the truffles themselves, they were going for, like, the pricing of them was ridiculous, like $100 for whatever of it. And when you buy it, you literally buy like slices, little tiny, like you take a cheese slicer and these thin, paper thin slices, and it's super expensive. It's just outrageous. Maybe it was $1,000 a pound, something like that. Like it was just ridiculous. But that might have put me off on that idea of eating truffles. But by the way, this is one of the greatest signs I've ever seen. Plainer, yeah, shaved. Yep. Visitors under 14 years of age are not desired. But if they enter, they must always be with adults. I thought this was the funniest thing that I have seen in a long time. Visitors under 14 years of age are not desired. Dogs and kids on leashes. Well, the number one rule is smoking is strictly forbidden. So. No, so this park. This is the name of the park. I'm not going to try to read it. But this park, if I remember correctly, there was a gentleman who had a lot of money and ended up buying or already owning a huge amount of this land and turned it into a park. And he did like these illustrations or these, sculptures on pottery. And there's just things all around this park, and it's supposed to be kind of a sanctuary. It's supposed to be quiet and just a place to get away. And we were the only ones there. There was nobody there. It was quite nice, but we thought that was quite amusing. Visitors under 14 are not desired. We ran into this abbey and they were like, we close in, I think, a half hour. I'm like, okay. So we did a quick run through. Look at the size of this guy's hands. Like, to his face. Holy snikes. Like either a really small head or really big hands. All right, going quick. Why is that one so freaking off? And of course, at the Abbey, they made wine. Very good wine. He's more hands now than man. Could be. Welcome back, Evie. Okay. Oh, I really got to end this. This is Siena. Used to be one of my favorite cities to actually visit. This cathedral is still one of the most gorgeous. Had to take a nap. I've been streaming so long that Evie took a nap and came back. Panoramic. Okay. We're going to knock this out. And then we're going to call it a day. Photo merge, panorama. That's just, no. Not a bad crop. Yeah, let's go with it. Auto crop instead of fill. Panorama, hit it. We would go to these sites and it would say, panoramic view. And I'm like, it's not a panoramic until I to make a panoramic. I didn't sleep last night, so the fact you're still streaming is messing with my time-space awareness. There's so much wrong in that, Evie. The fact that I have an effect on your time-space awareness is really messed up. Okay, this actually is really cool. I like this. Needs a few cleanups. That is a tangent. That does not make me happy. That needs to be cleaned up. Seeing if we've got anything crazy. I don't know if I like these tents. It's kind of bright. Could clean up a little bit of the antennas. Maybe, maybe not. Tents. 2 tents. Too intense. It is green. That's a lot of green. We're gonna have to wrangle that one in. I mean, this is amazing. Like, this is just amazing how this city is built on top of each other. Wow. Oh, and for anybody that was here earlier, we've got Gentleman with the drums. We've got 2, which you can only see 1 right now, but 2, there we go. 2 flag. And so they're working, doing their routine, and then I was not aware that they were gonna throw them in the air. Now they're gone. Now they're coming down, and I missed it. Tried to catch it, but from there to there, boom, boom. Dang, they threw it high. I saw the word panorama, and now I'm reminded that I'm thinking of Pandorama and what that would be. Pandorama. That might be, Pandorama could be a car dealership in Italy. A lot of people drive Pandas. Fiat Pandas. So for those of you that do not know, this is El Capo. And if I come back to another one of El Capo, find it really quick. Here we go. See which. Brighten that up a little bit. Okay, so as you can see, this is a square that's round, and it goes around like so, all the way around. You've got these posts, and twice a year, what happens is they put up rails, they fill this part of the walkway with sand all the way around. They put mattresses on all the buildings, and they have a 12 or 10 horses racing with jockeys. and there are like 12 neighborhoods, and they are racing against each other. And it is the craziest thing. So the horses are chosen, and the horses are chosen, and I'm gonna show this. Hold on. We've got Rick Steves, which I have a ton of Rick Steves books, so I have no problem showing off Rick Steve. But each of the neighborhoods, here we go. There is the horse a relay race. Well, okay. So the horses, as you can see, here's the horse. Each village, and I've got tons of photos of the lighting and also the flags from different villages. And each neighborhood, it's a lottery on how they draw the horse. So the horse itself, or the jockeys themselves, are not as important, because the jockeys don't have to be on the horse to win. And you will see what I'm talking about shortly.
August, the entire city readies itself for the
So
big
there is a massive parade, and as I was showing before, you've got the flag, the guys that were doing the flags right here. They're marching through the city. They end up here in El Capo, and do I mean donkeys? No. These are race horses. It is a massive party that it happens 2 times a year. It can happen 3 times a year, depending upon. But all the neighborhoods are participating. They've got their drummers. Each neighborhood has drummers, their outfits, their flags. It's a big deal. So this is what they win. They actually bring each horse and rider, they bring them into the church and bless them. Now look at this. This looks like the whole freaking village, the whole town is there. So you've got the inside of El Capo is completely filled. This is over here is a fountain right there. You've got all the over here, you've got spectators, and then all the spectators in the windows. It's crazy. So now all the villages come through, and okay, so here we go. What happens is, here's the horses, here's the riders. They're waiting for the 10th horse. This is why they're all looking back at this guy here. They're waiting for the 10th horse to join. Once that 10th horse joins, that's when the race starts. So it's 3 laps. Cheap viewers on. Yeah, thanks for that. And it's off. So this is a war. This is not just a horse race. You can do anything at all to win. There goes one rider. They're hitting each other, they're pulling each other, they're pushing each other. So when you talk about it as a sport with somebody who is from Siena, oh, they do not like that. They do not like that at all. This is, to them, this is war. And as I said, the rider, I don't know what year this is. What year is this? This was from 6 years ago. Okay. This year's race is, the guy was in the lead, gets thrown off, and the horse wins without the rider. So yeah, it's crazy. Okay. I wanted to share that with you all really quick. Oh yeah, it's all about emotion. But get back into Lightroom Classic. Okay. Let me take a screenshot of this. I need, hey, where's that guy? I need to make a thumbnail. I need to make a thumbnail. $20 for a thumbnail. If anybody stuck around with me the entire time of this stream, you know what I'm talking about, and you'll find that funny. Okay. I gotta end this. I gotta stream again in an hour. Dang. Today was a little over the top, but I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm probably going to be working on photos again, and now over to the Euros. Yeah, did they start? Germany's looking good. Germany is looking good. I'm pretty excited for that. All right. We're going to be working on photos. I've tried to come up with some other things, other projects, maybe a challenge, something like that. Slovakia and Serbia 0-0. Thank you for the update. I'm going to have to wait until $200 will be a partner with YouTube. You will be a partner with YouTube. I have no idea what you're talking about. If I pay you $200? Khalid? Hello? Okay. Where am I going with that? I don't even know. Okay, so I'll be back next week. I hope you all have a great rest of the day. I will probably see you in the Adobe Lives, at least for a little bit. I've got a couple things happening. Again, in an hour, Jack and I, maybe I don't know if Katarina's there. Maybe I'll let Katarina, just Katarina and Jack, and I'll just be in chat. But anyway, over on the Discord for Firefly, Jack will be streaming in an hour, so make sure to pop over to that. Devlin, thank you so much. Unicorn, thank you. Bruce, thank you. General Evie, thank you. It's great to be back. I couldn't stay away. Like I said, I was gonna take today off. Couldn't stay away from you group. Bunch of crazy kids. All right. Have a great day. Stay safe, stay creative. Just be nice. I'll see you around. Thanks everybody. Bye.